Hi everybody, it's Cricket from Woolly Cricket. Welcome to everybody. Welcome back if you're returning. Um, I'm making so many new friends. I'm loving every minute of this. So thank you to all my new friends, my old friends, and my friends to be if you're out there. So I'm trying to do these every 3 or 4 days. So far I'm on a pretty good roll. And I have some half-finished objects. One I'm working on. The newspaper socks are black, white, red all over socks, whatever you want to call them. They're done. They'll be going up on my Etsy store pretty soon. If you're interested, just send me a message. They're a little more expensive because they're like wool and mohair, so you've got the extra strand of mohair in there that you normally wouldn't have for the regular socks. Okay, let's get things started. I don't think I have anything to show you that's acquisition, so I usually get excited and do those right up from the very beginning, which most people don't want to see that, so I may be trying to do that later if I have anything. Okay, and Miriam, thank you for letting me know your name. We've been talking for a while now, and I'm like, I don't know her name, but she's adorable. I can imagine that if she lived close, we would be spending a lot of time together, and husbands and kids and everybody would be mad because we was constantly knitting. But that's what you do with friends, right? So I consider her a friend. So thank you for being a new friend. Okay, she likes purples and pinks and teals, and we'll see if she likes this because she's the one that inspired this. So it's a purple, and it changes. You can't really see the colors as well. They're a little deeper than that. So, yeah, that's one done. I was so excited to get to show that to her that it didn't take no time to do. But that's one of the purple ones. I've got another one next in line. So if that's not your cup of tea, then that's fine. I will put it in the Etsy shop. If you like the other one better and you want to wait on it, then we can do that. Or if, like I said, if you want to knit your own and I can help, then by all means, let me know. Okay, I have a bear. He doesn't have a name. Um, he's got half an ear. He's had labels and stuff on him where he was a Steelers bear, I think, at one point. But he made a good display bear, a try-on bear. So I don't know if anybody's ever knows what a shoulderette is. This is old-timey technology. A shoulderette, excuse me, starts out with like a sleeve, and goodness, you wrap this around the bear's feet so you can't talk about it. So you have the cuff. I'm just trying to sample one, and I'll put it on the bear so that way you guys can see. He can sit right there. Stay right there. Be good. Don't tear nothing up over there. Okay. So you start out, and then you do increases like this until you get to just about your elbow. So this would be about the bear's elbow. And then you start working flat. You don't increase anymore. And you work flat until you get it the length you want it. And then you start in the round again and you do your decreases until you get to the other cuff. And you can wear it like a scarf. You can wear it like a wrap. I've seen them, if they make them extra long, you put it, like you can put this on this arm this way, and then this flat piece will come around you and come around you again if you want, and then come back out this side and you put the other sleeve on. So you've got a double layer here on your chest area. Or the way we used to wear them back in the day when dinosaurs were here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Let me grab this Uh, do you guys get stuff like that constantly? Somebody just trying to sell you something? It's what, and of course I do that. I don't send out stuff like that. I do not. So if you want something, you'll have to contact me. I don't. I may talk about it here, but I will not ever send you stuff like that. So back in the day when I was a kid, we had what we called shoulderettes, and it's what you wore when it wasn't really cold, but it wasn't warm enough to not to have a t-shirt on and running around. So all it is like if you just cut the front like here and down out of your sweaters. You have a sleeve on each side. You put your sleeves on, and then the wrap, which would be like a rectangular scarf, just lays up over your shoulders, and it comes down to, depending on how wide you make it, your butt area. So it's like a almost like a shawl, but it has sleeves. So depending on how long you want it, you can either make it where it can wrap around and you wear it like that, or you can just have the plain simple one where you stick your arms in it and it's just like a little a jacket sort of thing. I don't know. Is it a bolo? Is that the wrong word? I don't know. I never had them as a kid other than the called shoulderettes. So let me put this on the bear so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, the little bear will go. He's hard to get dressed. It's like putting clothes on a wiggling baby that don't talk. Good thing is he don't poop neither. Now I'll say that and I'll have a mess of some kind. Okay, so these legs would be shorter for this bear, but this is just a test run. So see the arm opening right there can be, it can even be up to your armpits, but I like mine a little bit in between my elbow and my arm, underarm. And then let's spread this out so maybe you can see. There's not enough of it done yet, but it will go across here, and then it'll come back in like mirror this side, and you'll have another sleeve. So when I get that done, you can see that a little better. I just grabbed up some scrap yarn and thought I would try that. And then I'm going to do some color work ones. I'm going to do some cabled ones. I may do an ebook at some point. But this is something of my history. So I'll have a plain one, like this one. I'll have a color work one, Fair Isle. I will have a cabled one, a lace one. I think that's all. There'll be 4 or 5, depending. So I'm just starting out with this one on the bear to see if it's going to lay right, if it's going to work right, if it's going to be okay. And a different thing that I have now that we didn't have back then. Of course, ours was bob. It was not. We did not make them. My grandmother didn't knit. She quilted. But it has an I-cord edge on it that you do as you're knitting it. So that's in progress. This one's in progress. So I've got a lot of in progresses, but not a lot of completed things. And I've got 2 charts. This is one chart off of a bag that I did. So that's my chart. And then here's another chart that I'm considering, which is also my chart, to do the color work. And then I will sit down and figure out the cabled one or the lace one next. I don't know. Cables and lace are not something that I usually design a lot of. I usually design a lot of simple things or a lot of Fair Isle. I started out just about the very beginning of my career, started out with Fair Isle designs. So, another question for any of you that might have little peoples in the house, kids, grandkids. If the little pink sweater, if you have something like this, would you prefer a little cardigan, or would you prefer, I don't know if I have one right here. I can show you this one. It's not quite big enough, but it is a little pullover with a little placket, or just a little raglan pullover for the grandbabies or kids. So I don't know. Tell me if you remember, because I don't. My son, I mean, all he wanted to wear was little sweatpants and little sweatshirts. So it had little sweat jackets that went with it. So, and it's been a long time. He's 40. So that'll tell you how old I am. But the thing is I don't remember. I don't remember what I liked and I didn't like. I mean, that was back when breastfeeding was a thing. Yes, I did that because I felt like it was healthier for my son. That's your choice. If you don't want to do it, don't like to do it, it grosses you out, then I completely understand that. We did not use uh, Pampers or anything like that. He used cloth diapers. And he was a wild child. So I don't really remember anything about his little people time, toddling, whatever, when he was just little, except for him getting into everything. Running around naked as much as he could. Swimming. I'm going to freak some of you out. I brought him home from the hospital. And that's back when everybody said, you're taking a baby out of water, you can put them back in water. Well, we lived at an apartment complex that had a nice swimming pool. So my husband got in the water. I had him, he was like 3 days old, and thought, let's see. I mean, he's going to be right there to catch him. I just went, boonk, chunked him in the water in the pool, and the little turd just come right up to the top and kicking and carrying on like he'd been swimming the whole 3 days he'd been alive. And I know it's remarkable, and I know you've seen people on YouTube and TikTok and whatever where their babies do that, but they actually do. They actually do know how to swim when they first come out. And he took to water like that when he was little, and he still loves the water. So that's my fault, I guess, and his dad's, and his grandmother, one of them, just if she had had a gun, she'd probably shot us, because she's afraid of the water anyway. And that may be a part of another reason why we did it, because she is such a hateful woman. But I'm going to start. I've been knitting and knitting and knitting, and the economy's bad. People don't really want to buy finished items right now. And I think I'm going to go back to, with a little help from my friends, some designs. I'm going to start designing again. So if you have ideas of something that you think is a good idea and you don't want to fool with it, then write me a note below, and we'll put that in the book. I have a book with about 150 designs in it, which I probably won't ever get done in my lifetime. And I'm a little upset because my eye's itching. Sorry. I put on a little bit of makeup today. Went and got some new makeup. I hadn't bought makeup in 20 years. So I have a little bit on. My husband bought me a book. It's like a journal book with a spiral end that he got me over right at 20 years ago or so. And I love that thing. It was my design book, and I kept all my designs in it, my ideas in it. And when we moved in here, I packed it. I remember packing it, but I can't find it. So I'm a little bit heartbroken. I'm sure I will run across it at some point, but it's not here. And I liked it a lot. But, so now I'm just using a clipboard and green paper. Oh, let me tell you why I have the red clipboard. I can even show you. Let's show you, if I can, on camera. Maybe this. Okay. And this works with any kind of yarn. If you're unsure and you're doing color work, of course you can always take a picture with your phone and then make it gray tone. But if you don't want to do that, then I'll show you another way. Let me get these labels back in here, because if I take them out, then I won't know what they are, because I'm retarded like that. Okay, so you've got a blue. My computer went to sleep. It's a darker blue, like a off-white with some speckles in it, and then sort of a gray blue green. Okay, if I hold these up, let me turn this one so you can see just the colors mostly. Okay, if I hold these up, I would say I wasn't sure whether this one or this one's darker, or this one or this one's lighter. I would guess this is the lightest, this is next, and then these two might change orders, but that's pretty close. Now, if, I hope you can see, because I can't see. Let me wake the computer up so I can see if you can see what I see. See if you can see what I see. Okay, there. Let me make this over here where I can see you guys too. Now, so yeah, that's the way I would put them. And you don't know whether this one or this one's lighter, or this one or this one's darker. Now, if you put that red filter up, you see the blue and the darker blue is darker, and the baby blue is a little lighter than the other. So it gives you values. So I thought about getting, my son has a 3D printer, if I had some way to make little keychains to put on my keys. That's just a little that I can look at the yarn through. That way I've always got extra in case I don't have time to take pictures and change everything. I need to hurry. Then that's what I would like to have on my keychain. It's one of the little red filters. And it's funny how that it filters out all the color and gives you just the tones. So if you're ever doing farrow work and you've got two colors and you don't know if they'll work together, then get you a clipboard, anything that's red and see-through, and hold it up, and you can see if you're going to have enough contrast, or if it's just barely going to change the temperature of your yarn. So one's darker, one's lighter, or whatever. But see, I had these in this order. It should have been this order. And just looking at it with my naked eye, I wouldn't have guessed that. But the blue was darker than the green. So there's your a tip. Let's see. I can't think of anything else to talk to you guys about other than the designing. I'm excited to start designing again. And I'm upset that I can't find my notebook. I know I've already said that. I'm being whiny about it. So, the sock, I'm going to, unless somebody wants some of these, then these are going to be my in the car knitting, or when I need a break from designing, and then I will get them done. And if you do want some of these socks that I've been doing, then you'll have to send me your foot size so I can cut in and put the heel in. One other thing I'm going to try. I'm going to try a pair of socks that are just all ribbed, like knit 2 purl 1 or something like that. And I'm not going to put a heel in it, but I'm going to try to wear them without the heel to see how they fit on my foot, how they fit on other people's feet, to see if that's something that we can do as knitters. So if you're going to do a gift for somebody, and you want to make socks, they want socks, it's really hard to do sock sizes without their feet. Because, like, okay, you could wear a size 6 shoe. But does that mean you're getting a 6 because you need a 5.5 and they don't hardly make 5.5s? Or do you need a 6.5 and a 6 is a little too tight? So that gives you a good range there. Of course, your socks are going to fit, but they would fit so much better if you had that person's foot to try them on. So the thing is if I make a rib sock and we do rib on the whole leg and the body and the foot, maybe not the bottom of the foot, but there again you're going to need the length of the foot to change it. So the whole foot, let's just do the whole leg, foot, everything. And twisted rib holds up better than standard rib, so I'll try a pair of those and see. Goodness, stop. See if they're going to be comfortable. That's the most important thing, right? The comfort. I can remember when we were younger, late teens, early 20s, that we would go out, a bunch of us girls would go out, and we would wear clothes that was just, they weren't gaudy, they weren't too tight. I mean, yeah, they probably were too tight. But they weren't, the shoes weren't the most comfortable. We didn't care that our feet hurt. We just wanted to look cute. And I can remember wearing some of them high heel boots when I was in my 20s until I got home and at night after we went to a movie or something and thinking, my feet are killing me. But we thought we looked cute. You get to a certain age and it's like, yeah, I want some comfortable shoes. Forget them high heel boots. I don't even know if I can walk in them crazy things anymore. I'd probably fall and break my neck. Yeah, that's probably. But I so enjoy talking to you guys. So, which one next? The ferrule, the cable, or the lace? This will just be a plain sample, and then I'll do a little sample of the other ones so you can see. And these will also, I was thinking, these will also work on your doggies. I did a lot of dog sweaters, and this would also work on your dog, and it wouldn't be as hard to fit. And it's hard to put on because you'd put it on one leg, wrap it up over their back, under their belly, back up over their back, and put it over to the other sleeve. Like if you put it on this front leg first, you'd go over the dog, under the belly, back over its back, and to the other sleeve, and it would give them a little warmth and shelter from the elements on their back and their mid belly, and it would be real easy to take off. So, and who knows, you might want to wear it as a scarf at some point. I tell you, my eyes and stuff are just not used to makeup. I've not worn it in so long that it's a little, I'm blinking a lot, I'm sorry. I'm not sending out Morse code or anything. I'm fine. I'm fine. I love my family and they love me, and I'm fine. Oh, one last thing. I don't know how long I've been out here. Just jabbering away. Put my eyes on so I can see. Yeah, that's about my average, isn't it? About 23 to 30 minutes. I got a, let me see if I say this right because my son's the one that picked this out. A double, no, a macchiato, caramel macchiato, extra sweet, extra caramel. Starbucks, I thought was a lot more expensive than that. Because when I used to take my ex-daughter-in-law through Starbucks, I got each, me, my husband, and my son, one of these. And he got a cold one, and me and my husband got hot. And it was like $19. When I used to take her to Starbucks, her cup of coffee alone was like $19. So I'm thinking, no wonder I didn't like Starbucks, because it would be like, I'm going to go get 2 cups of coffee and it's going to cost me $50. I don't know. Maybe the prices have went down. I don't know, because I don't go. I've not been in 6 years. So, Starbucks caramel macchiato, extra sweet, extra caramel. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Okay. The Anatoly exercise. I'm not doing really great on the exercises because I'm fat. Don't draw up, people. I'm okay with what I am, and I know what I am. I see what I am. I don't have a problem with what I am. And I don't find that a derogatory thing if somebody says, you're a little fat, if they say it in a concerning way. If they're just being ugly, then yeah, I'm liable to snatch a knot in their butts. But I've not exercised as much as I should. I am still exercising. When the dog wants out, I have to open the back door. And so I do a crunch, let him out, come back. When I come back in, do a crunch. When I go to shut the door, I do a crunch. When I come back to sit down or work or eat or whatever we're doing, I do a crunch. Now I've got where I do that skate thing. It's like where you slide, tap. When I'm warming his food or when I'm making coffee or when I'm cooking, I'm doing extra stuff when I'm working. I have trouble just allocating, making time for me to do what I need to do, because I feel like I'm supposed to be doing everything for everybody else. So it's a little hard for me to make me time. It's not that they would not let me or would not encourage me to. It's a me thing, a mama thing. The way I was raised, mamas do everything that they can for everybody, and mamas come last. So that's been ingrained in us, a lot of us women. So it's hard for us to take care of ourselves. I'm trying. I'm doing better. I have lost 3.5, 4 pounds. So that's okay. It's not bad. It's not fast. But that will probably put at least 2 of them back on. But it's going to get cold. We're supposed to get some more snow. It was beautiful the last week. It was in the 60s and 70s. We were running around in t-shirts. And we're back to the snow. I don't think we'll get a lot. I think it's just going to get cold and flurry for the next 2 or 3 days, and then we might get back. I'm not sure when this is going to be over and we're actually going to be into spring and summer, but that'll be okay. It'll all be okay. I miss you guys. I love you guys, and I will try to talk to you in about 3 or 4 days, and I'll try to have something new on the needles for you to see. And put your ideas and your comments below. I would love to hear from you. Anything. Bye.